back to Open the Box podcast. Today with me is Bo. How are you, mate?
All good.
Good to see you again. So today being episode number 7, giving us G. We're going to be talking about those topics including gaming, girls and guns.
Sounds intriguing.
Something that any young man likes the sound of, I think. Maybe not the guns, but yeah. So, what's your experience with gaming, would you say, throughout your life?
I would say I'm quite a fan of gaming, to be fair. I'm not like a gamer, but
yeah,
I do like when I'm going around. I don't even have a console, but when I see my mates, I like to give them a game of FIFA, COD.
No, of course. I think any lad does, really.
Takes you back to the childhood of it.
Yeah. I remember, I think we used to play it the most when we were like, probably
13.
Yeah, I was going to say like 14, 15, like a bit younger. I think that, to be honest, that's all we did. I think I did enjoy those times, but I think as I've grown up a bit, he's definitely like taken a back seat and gone down a lot.
Yeah.
The amount of gaming, and I'm quite happy for that.
I had to stop gaming because I got addicted.
I definitely got addicted to COD.
I got addicted to COD was very bad news for me.
And when I was really young, RuneScape.
That's why I started music. Did you know that?
No, not RuneScape.
No, not RuneScape. Gaming.
iTunes.
Gaming generally. Just, I was like, I've got to stop playing games.
Yeah.
So I started playing music instead.
I don't know if I've got. I probably don't, but I've got a bit of a personality where I kind of just do one thing and do a lot of it. And I think that at that moment in time it was gaming. Like obviously I've got different priorities now, different goals and stuff. But
yeah, at one time your top priority was game.
Prestige and COD.
10,000 XP or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I think it's good to be past that though. Like everyone loves a game of FIFA. Like we're not shitting on FIFA at all, but like anything in moderation, you know. Don't take the piss.
Gaming is sick. Gaming is just
it is sick. You do see a lot of like successful, like follow a few entrepreneurs on social media, and all of them just say if you've got a console, just chuck it in the bin, like because it
kind of stunts your thinking a bit. Yeah.
I think it's become more the case, like younger generation, like, you know, kids like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years younger than us are just so involved in electronics. And like I think so many of them nowadays have got iPhones and Xboxes and everything. I think the current generation, like younger kids, is just seems to be so entitled.
It just seems so accessible to all of them.
Like I didn't get my first phone till I was.
My little brother was talking about that he might get like an iPhone 7.
I know, like he's already got a PS4.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's quite bad. Like I didn't get my first phone till I was 13, and it was a Sony Ericsson J320, and it was like a little brick. You know, those phones we had to like type. Like A would have 1, 2, 3. Like I mean, one would have ABC, and two, you know, to like type 3 times.
Yeah.
I remember having that phone. It taken about 10 minutes to send a text.
Yeah.
But and a phone was a phone. Like my phone didn't have a camera.
The games on those those phones.
Snake. I remember Snake, Tetris,
Sudoku. Never played that one. I didn't understand it at the time.
That game where you had this like
Mole. That was another good game. Mole. I can't really remember how it was played. But
yeah, and then nowadays, like every kid's got an iPhone and a console and I got given my first console was a long story short. My dad got it like on the cheap because when we first got it, we thought it was broken, and then we like got our money back, but then it wasn't actually broken. We both just being idiots, so maybe just got it for free. And at the time, that was when I think the PS3 when it first came out in like 2008 cost like 600 quid because it was the first like big console. I think it came out before the Xbox. Like,
when Modern Warfare 2 came out. Oh my god.
Just like the amount of time.
What's it called? Do you remember the hype over like, oh, this game is outrageous?
It probably is the best game ever.
No, but do you remember like the hype? Everyone was like, yeah, because it was when 9/11 just happened.
Oh, true.
And it was the, well, not 9/11, it was when like all the terrorist threats were happening in the US, and then they dropped this game which had like,
do you remember that scene?
Terminal. That's it.
Do you
remember?
There was that level where you were a Russian terrorist and you basically killed a shitload of people in an airport.
Yeah.
And something happened in the news. And
it was like their entering level, wasn't
it? It was early on, and they gave you the option of skipping around.
Yeah.
Skipping that level in the campaign.
Yeah.
Because of something that happened in the news or whatever.
Yeah.
Like something very similar. Just a bit fucked, isn't it?
I remember my mum was like, oh, I've heard bad things about this game. Like, you shouldn't. There's a very specific level that I'm not letting you play. And then I managed to convince her that it's just a game. She was like, yeah.
Right, so an interesting thing is like playing FIFA or COD or on the Xbox or whatever is kind of frowned upon.
Playing what?
Like COD or FIFA, like on console.
Is it?
Like gaming in general. Like people are like, oh, you game all the time. Like, what are you doing?
No.
But some people could say like, what's the difference between that and like a board game or a solitaire?
Just like watching TV.
Yeah. Like what?
Like people watch fucking Love Island.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that about?
In it, like true, like that.
At least gaming, you're actually doing something.
It is definitely along the same lines.
The contrast between the amount of people that watch all that, like Geordie Shore or whatever.
Geordie Shore, yeah.
Only Way is Essex and Love Island and all of that.
Yeah.
Compared to the amount of like adult gamers, I think probably isn't really comparable. I would say TV is a lot heavier on that.
Yeah, true. I honestly don't think you can be playing like COD with your mates in the same lobby online or having headsets. Just
it's so jokes.
It's actually sick. Like
it's so jokes. It's just being in.
It's like, a leak in me coming out, but it's actually sick.
It's just too lit. It's like having an arcade in your bedroom.
Or a bit of Mario Kart or something. Like we were just saying, like. Can't beat a bit of Mario Kart. Like that's fun. Tell you what is actually fun is like Wii Sports.
Yeah,
like bowling and tennis.
So I didn't play I haven't been bowling in ages. And I played Wii Sports bowling. I was like, yeah, I remember being sick of this. Then went to bowling alley a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, I always have to have the stabilisers up.
Yeah, because otherwise I took them down. I was on fire. Strikes.
No look strikes.
Oh my god.
But on reflection, like what could you sum up gaming in general, or like the positive and negatives of it?
Positives, it's bloody great fun.
I think you have to be playing with your mates.
Nah, not even. Just don't be like when you're a kid. You're allowed to be hooked on it. I think to an extent, it's like natural. I wouldn't say like hooked, but you know,
it shouldn't take over your life. Like
you should not be playing it for like over an hour without a break.
Yeah.
And don't let it get in the way of reality either.
Yeah, I was going to say like if you're flunking your grades and not doing your homework, you're gaming or not sleeping,
or you're just an idiot.
You're up gaming, then that's when it's problems. Like like obviously play game like FIFA.
That's the negative, but as long as you're not an idiot with it's the same, but
in moderation. Don't take the piss.
Yeah.
And then I think that's a good way to sum that up.
Yeah. Moving on to
Second topic, we're going to talk about girls. So topic number 2, we're going to be talking about girls. Can't complain much. What would be your type on paper? First of all, physically, if you do have one. Does it matter? It's a weird one.
Layla asked me this the other day, and I was like, well, typically brunette, curvy for sure, and
boobs or bum?
us. But I'm not. You know, I don't really have a type, to be fair. Like if you would say, yeah, what's your type? I would say that, but like I'm not gonna like.
I think the whole thing of a type is that you can still appreciate a good-looking girl, but I think when a girl is your type, you think they're just a bit like an extra, like 1 or 2 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? Like, if a girl had, like, if I saw a girl that was my type and she had like,
no, I don't agree with that.
Do you not?
No, because I
don't know. It's a weird
like
one.
my type is just the thing that I like.
Like looking at.
Yeah, I guess so.
Admiring.
I guess so. But
I think.
At the same time, like, I don't really have a type.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
I'm not like religious to my type. Like, I'm not just going to be like, I can only go for girls of my type.
Yeah.
Obviously, not that stupid. But would you say, is there like a celebrity crush, or is there like a celebrity that looks like, or pretty much ticks the boxes physically? How curvy are you talking? Are you talking Kim K? Or are you talking...
that's a bit sick.
That's too much. Or are we talking... I don't know. Can't really think off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't really...
But my type would be kind of like fair hair, like blondie brown, mash up.
Okay.
Like, you know, those girls they've kind of got light brown hair with like
Hang on, I
streaks.
know what this is called.
No, it's not strawberry blonde. What am I on about?
That's
Auburn
like ginger.
brown.
No, not ginger. I'm more
Ginger. What are you banging on about, mate?
strawberry blonde is like ginger.
Ginger, yeah.
That's wrong. No, this is called ombre or something.
Ombre.
Yeah, something like that.
And then
My first celebrity crush was Rihanna in the Umbrella video.
She is fire.
Yeah.
She's thick now, you see.
Yeah, I saw her at Carnival and I was like,
She's quite...
need to cut down.
She's gone on that dirty bulk.
Yeah. And then she's going to cut.
Yeah, then she's going to cut and she'll look fire. Like, for me, it's like that colour was the ombre. Was that the colour you want about?
Ombre.
Ombre.
That's it. What did I say?
I think you said that.
Oh,
And I was just, So ombre. Me, like, I don't want to. So I'm just over 5'11". We'll call it 6 foot. That's what I like to do. And then I want a girl that's like nice, like good height, but doesn't make me feel short. So I want a girl that's tall, but I don't want to be like, shit, you're actually quite. I want her to go out in heels on a night out and be like just a little bit shorter than me, like maybe like 5.
It's not going to happen.
7. I don't know. I don't want to feel like demasculine. I don't want to feel like.
But do you, or do you just feel like
I don't want to feel intimidated.
my girlfriend's fucking tall and that's sick?
Yeah, true. And then like a good, like not too curvy. I don't like girls that are too slim. I think there's skin. There's loads. There's skinny, she like goes for runs or goes to the gym a bit, does a bit of weight, a bit of squatting, and then there's like muscular.
Nah.
Not muscular, but like a girl. Actually,
Not
I think that's
muscular. I don't like muscular.
curvy muscular. I think a muscular would be a girl that works out, but has got like decent shape, obviously, but a bit. And then you've got curvy, and then you've just got like BBW, like more.
Nah,
more
but that's
cushion
so,
for the
that's
pushing.
so inaccurate, because you can have a curvy thin girl, you can have a curvy slim girl, you can have a muscly curvy girl, you can have a thick curvy. There's like so many combos.
Yeah, true. For me, it's just like.
For me, if a girl's good looking,
Slim
then she's
curvy.
good looking.
Yeah, obviously. It's
that's
weird
the-
how much body plays a role in it, because you could have it swings both ways. You could have a bloke who's just, or no, I think you could have a girl who's just like obviously pretty, but if she had boobs and a bum, you'd be like, damn, like she's gone up like 2 or 3. And it definitely
Very true.
like if you see a bloke and if he's like shredded, like girls just be like, nah, he's 10 out of 10.
Saying that, I've split like a lot of girls, don't find muscles attractive. I know a lot, like pretty much all of my sister's friends are just like, nah. Layla's like, nah.
Is it the muscles though, or
lot
is
of
it
ladies'
the
friends.
thing that comes with it, like the vanity
Well,
and
a bit of both.
the pretentiousness and that?
A bit of both, but still though.
Yeah. So the best way I could put it would be my celebrity crush is Jennifer Aniston.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
Nah, to me, like,
she's gorgeous.
she's okay.
She's gorgeous, mate. She's gorgeous. I'd say I don't know if it's because she's a celebrity or but if it wasn't her, it would be like Brooklyn Decker. She's Annie, you know, the American tennis player. So it's
Don't watch tennis, but surely her legs are too thick.
I'll show you. I'll just back up a picture.
Bob.
But so to talk about personality as well. What are your biggest turn-ons and turn-offs? I know mine straight off,
Yeah.
but I need to get this one.
What personalities?
Yeah, turn-on.
Just relaxed. Just relaxed, a little bit playful, mature, and supportive. That's it really.
What are your biggest turn-offs?
Annoying, needy, attitude, not knowing when to shut up, or bringing shit up in the wrong, like, you know, when you see girls that just shout like in front, or they bring up shit in front of other people.
So
Have you ever
not
been
very
in-
aware?
Just like, have you ever like witnessed someone where they're just not, they
Say the
shouldn't be
wrong
doing
things at the wrong time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that would be maybe just not have a filter, or just not be very aware, or not read.
I know, but that
aware,
basically
yeah.
that.
I just pulled up a picture of Brooklyn Decker. She's flame. She's just pure flame.
She's alright. I think.
She's a bit old, granted.
Yeah, she looks like when she's younger. She looks a little bit.
Like, I like Girls Next Door. I don't like the girls that.
Yeah.
I don't like the Instagram girls.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
So true. You
And that's
need
the
a bit of
problem.
normality.
It's a problem nowadays with girls. Like, I see it, like girls that are quite immature.
It's so much more
because they
to do
call
with
it. They call,
personality. As you
yeah,
said.
no, of course it is. For me, turn-ons are funny. Gotta be funny.
Yeah.
For me, that's probably the biggest thing. Just like quite a positive, appreciative, like just a nice person. me.
Very true as well.
Turn-offs is obnoxious, so just like quite attention-seeking, quite loudmouth, bit cocky. Like for me, that just like does my nut in. I think obviously the opposites of what the positives are. So like a girl who's like rude and like not very like empathetic or like definitely someone as well who's like I'd like to talk like a girl who's quite like you know, like not as if you're talking to a brick wall when you speak, like quite like just bouncing conversation, and they're quite like, you know, if you talk to them and they're quite like they're not afraid of a bit of like, not criticism, but if you say something that they don't just turn into like upset and angry, and you know, and yeah, just a nice person really. But
I feel like you've got to have shit in common as well.
yeah,
Like
quite sporty maybe, or maybe like ambitious as well, quite career driven, because they say there's a saying that love is when you find someone that vibrates on the same frequency as you, like you're like someone who is basically like the whole soulmate thing, like someone that is you but in a different body in a sense, like so because they understand you so much and they know everything about you, like they just fully understand you and fully like appreciate you and stuff, like that's what they say love is.
I don't know about that.
I've never experienced love personally.
There you go, people.
Yeah, any single ladies holler at me.
Hit the lock tonight.
Yeah, but I've definitely had feelings for girls, but not. Don't think I've experienced love, and I don't know if that's quite a sad thing. I think. Well,
That's not.
I'm still quite young, only 19, so almost 20. I'm scared. But what have you gained experience-wise from like previous relationships or previous flings with girls?
Previous.
Yeah, or current, I guess you could say. Or what have you brought from previous experiences to how you kind of view or appreciate girls now? Or something's changed? So for me, I've realised, being at university, I've realised that, you know, a lot of girls are like, amazing and really lovely and that, but sometimes you can find girls, because I just thought like most girls were kind of, you know, the ones that I knew and the ones that I got to know, obviously growing up and stuff, were like really lovely girls, and you know, they're just nice people. But there are some girls out there just proper spiteful and bitchy, and like it was the first time in my life I got, you know, when girls just go into that bitchy girly mode.
Well, I would say more,
And I think-
more so than boys. I would say girls.
Grudges.
There's a lot of beef that girls get pissed at fucking territorial and shit, and like I'm not gonna say any names, but I've heard stories and
On that note,
what's the next topic?
we're going to move on to the third topic, which is guns.
Fucking hell.
So, guns. It's a massive problem in America, especially. Like, there's a stat which is there's, including both legal and illegal guns, there's 270 million guns.
that's scary.
So basically, in America, 9 in 10 people have a gun.
I hate it.
So, statistically, either me or you will have a gun. Well,
No,
there's
statistically,
a 90,
we would both have
there's
a
a
gun.
90% chance that both of us have a gun. That's mad. And as a result,
It's not surprised that it's the way it is in America.
it's a tricky one. I don't know the ins and outs, but it's stuck in their amendment or something. Like the fact that they have to have guns, or
Fucking stuck in their amendment. Fuck off.
I don't know, whatever it is.
It's bullshit.
But as a result, there is 35,000 deaths by guns in America every year.
35.
35,000.
35,000. No, I was going to say 35. No way.
So that's that's just under 100 deaths a day. If that was in England, that would be madness. Like you hear about it in England if one person gets shot.
Yeah, but how do 100 people get shot a day?
100 people get killed a day.
Yeah, where?
268 people get shot every day.
How? By who?
Because everyone's got a gun, mate.
Nah, but that's statistically getting shot every day. So statistically, yeah.
But 35,000 people die.
Yeah, but more than one person would die on the same day. Like there'd be a mass killing to get that stat, and then it's averaged out over the course of the year, giving you the stat of 100 people a
But
day.
even in mass killings,
It's still ridiculous.
it's a
how
sensitive
high
subject,
that is.
but it's not. There aren't a lot that
America need to sort this shit out seriously.
268 people get shot every day. And in England, if one person gets shot, it's breaking news. Like, it's the first thing that's well, not recently, but if someone gets shot, it's the first thing on the news. And in America, 268 people get shot every day.
Is that actually right? No, they don't, though, do they?
Probably. Not all of them will die, but 268
No, but 100 people die a day.
35,000 a year die. So that's like just under 100 a day.
When you think about that, how many? What were you saying the other day about Wembley? How many people does that?
So Wembley Stadium is 90,000 people.
So what? A third
A third of Wembley get killed by guns in America every year. It's mad.
Shame on you.
I could see that because I think that is about what's 35,000 divided by 310 million. That's like 0.1%, I think, or 0.01%.
The numbers were too big for me to bother trying.
I'm gonna actually try and do it. No, I'm not. It's like
It's bad.
percentage-wise, it's like if you saw the number, you'd be like, that's small, but like the relative number's enormous. 35,000 people. That's like the population of like all of Hertfordshire, I think. Burcotree. Anyway, that's a madness. And there's this whole
Hell.
that's a madness. Like, and then there's this whole thing with
Imagine if England did that. Yeah. In like 10 years.
glad fuck that we're not going to, because guns just don't solve the problem, and it's fucked. It doesn't solve the problem. Like the claim is for self-defense. It's like, come on now, self-defense, my arse.
Self-defense is punches.
Use a baseball bat or something. Like, don't use a fucking gun. Dirt, mate.
And if they insist on using guns, only sell rubber bullets or make guns that don't
Yeah,
hold.
not to kill, but like to
make
like tasers or something.
Yeah, make like citizen guns if you have to have guns. Make like guns that you can only put a thing in, but they fucked it now.
is that they're too far down the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's, like, tomorrow if they said, right, guns are illegal, there's still 270 million guns banging about, and they can't just get rid of them. 270 million guns. That is mad. That's like, yeah, there's 90 guns. That's 9 out of 10 people have a gun. And these aren't just handguns as well. These are fucking AKs and like.
No, they're not, bro. They're not. Some people would, but the majority of them not. You know.
That's a madness. How would you solve it? Can you solve it?
The only way you can solve it is by burying it into the public that they need to get their shit together and start cooperating.
Because even if you make it illegal, you can't solve it. Like, all the guns will still be there, but they'll just be illegal. But everyone will still have a gun.
Yeah, exactly. So the government need to like try and the government, that half of them are defending against the fucking cops.
Yeah.
Maybe not half, but you know, a lot of people feel threatened by the cops in America, especially the blacks. Like you see what the shit that they go through with the
like all that Black Lives Matter stuff. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's like the stuff you see on Facebook is outrageous.
Yeah, it's horrible. And that's where
you compare that to UK police, and you're like, that's why the problem is like that. I saw a video the other day of a policeman just beating the crap out of some.
What, in England? Or
no, in US. Just beating this guy up, and he cooperated. Like he was like, had his arms up.
Obviously, I can't speak on this subject. Like, I don't really have a right to, but
what do you mean?
Like with the whole. I'd like to think that it's not an issue in England, but that's just quite naive, like the whole Black Lives Matter, but that's obviously I'm not under the thumb with it.
What do you mean?
Like, I'd like to think that in England there's not an issue with racist police and that.
No, I wouldn't say there is, really.
But at the same time,
I would say there's still racism. There is race problems in the UK, but I wouldn't say racist police is a problem.
Yeah, like you've got people like Kreps and Conan making music about police brutality. Have you seen? I can't remember what the song is called.
Police brutality.
Something. I can't remember what it's called, but he reinforces that there is a lot of like racist police. It's a really powerful song, and then they put the shoes in, like they put the Kreps and Conan become the police officers. And basically like reverse it, and yeah, just to kind of make people actually look and.
Well, I guess I can't. Yeah, I see what you mean. You can't really speak, but
it's called Dunya. DUNYA. Brotherhood soundtrack. Kreps and Conan. It basically just illustrates that there is a problem of like racism in the police force towards black people, which is just.
No, I don't think it's quite in the same way as America, though.
I think there's still the same issue, but probably not to the same extent.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's difficult to comment on that topic. And it's a shame. It's horrible.
It's racism. It's just.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's quite a sour topic in general, I think, and it's definitely something that hopefully eventually will be fixed and resolved. I'd like to, hopefully it will do one day, but just so we don't end on a negative note, yeah, just hopefully it all turns out well eventually, and I'd like to think that it's on the decline and stuff, and yeah.
Well, I feel like a lot of young people agree with us and the majority. Like, I would say more young people. Obviously, like half of kids' idols these days are from different countries. You know, you've got these celebrities from all around the place. So yeah, different ethnicities, and at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter at all. We're all human.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking to my dad about this the other day. We need to start working together as a race, as a human race, rather than countries fighting each other and shit. We need to think we're fucked.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
World War III and that. Kim Jong-un, North Korea. It's funny. It's just they're literally, him and Trump are just trying to have a cock off. Like literally just trying to brag to each other that, oh, we've got missiles, like we've got this. It's like, go on, like, just settle it yourselves, lads. Like, get in the ring. Bap, bap, bap. It's ridiculous.
don't get me started on Trump.
But yeah, let us know what you think on all of these topics. Leave comments in the description box, in the comment section. And
And don't let racism happen. If you see it, stop it. Needs to end.
Stay positive. Spread love, spread peace. Open the box. Signing off from me, Charlie.
Me, Bo, Matt Buddha.
Thanks for listening. Have a good week. Stay positive.
Peace.